Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy X-2. We're now in part 8, and last time we finished a mission in the Moonflow where we had to keep some cargo in a cart. We're in Chocobo, pose it to the end of the road. Remember, do not lose any cargo in that mission, guys. It's very, very important. Okay, so not only did we do that, we got some sweet rewards from that quest, and among which are the Helios Guard Garment Grid, which is SOS Protect, and you can use Protect with while you're equipping this Garment Grid, which is pretty good. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this like in my previous videos, but you see these little like red things in the Garment Grid itself, and in this one, for example, we have like all sorts of colors, and this one just has a red one. Basically what it means is if you change your dressphere going from one node to another while passing through this red thing, we call it a gate, well I call it a gate, you will get whatever effect it says at the bottom. So in this case it says red gate, auto protect. Basically you pass through that gate and you have auto protect for the rest of that fight. Okay, so we really don't need to switch around anything else, but what we're interested in right now is actually the new Gun Mage dressphere that we got, and this one is awesome. I'm going to replace a songstress in my main garment grid here, and actually we're going to play around with it right now, and we're going to go get one of the coolest abilities in this game, and I'll show you how to do it. There's a reason Gun Mage is one of my favorite dresspheres. It is so versatile. It can do like everything. You can buff, you can heal, you can do damage. It can do some fantastic damage. Plus you can see like information about your enemies. Oh, it's just awesome. Okay, so what we want to do to get this awesome ability just loading. We are going to head to Mushroom Rock Road. Oh man, can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. Okay, so from Mushroom Rock Road we're gonna go down from here, and this leads us right into Mihin High Road. The reason I didn't port directly to Mihin High Road is because if you go there from the airship, it actually brings you to the entrance where Luca is, and that's not where we want to go. We actually want to take the entrance of Mushroom Rock Road to encounter a very specific enemy. And as I explained last time, with the Gun Mage, how blue bullets work is you must be hit with a certain ability that's learnable in order to learn it. But as long as you're hit with it, whether you're alive or you're dead afterwards, doesn't matter. You will learn it, as long as you don't get a game over. So, if you don't get a game over, you can just like escape or something with the rest of the party members who's alive. But yeah, it's pretty simple. And right now, what we're going to be looking for is enemy called Bully Cap. Now we fought a couple of those back when we were here on Mihin High Road a while ago. So let's see if we can find another one. And basically one of the rules for learning blue bullets is basically just transform into Gun Mage, wait for your opponent to use the skill, and just escape. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna just quickly look for a Bully Cap here, and we'll be back when we find one. See you then. Alright guys, we're back, and there it is, Bully Cap. So we want to just quickly take out whatever other enemies are on the field right now, so that they don't bother us. Okay. Yeah, okay, so those are taken care of. We now want to use Yuna, and we need to confuse this Bully Cap right here. Now the best way to do it is obviously to use the spinner ability we learned from the Festivalist. But if you never leveled up the Festivalist or you never got Spinner, I really recommend you going back to Festivalist and just fight a couple of battles with it so you can learn it, because if you don't learn it now, there's actually not a lot of other available options. There are other options, obviously, but this is actually the easiest one. So use it on the Bully Cap, and with our 2 other party members, we want to transform into the Gun Mage. And this being the very first time we're transforming to the Gun Mage, we get to see a little transformation sequence. Oh man, I just love this dressphere. I love the way it looks. I love the way it can use like all sorts of abilities. It's all sorts of awesome. Okay, so Yuna used Spinner, and now that thing is confused. And after it's confused, we want to quickly also switch Yuna, or whoever used the confused on it, into Gun Mage. By the way, you must confuse the Bully Cap in order for this to work. And it doesn't work all the time, because what the ability we're trying to learn from it right now is called White Wind. And remember that we need to be hit by an ability in order to learn it. So that's why we confused it first, right? So that he can use White Wind on us instead of himself. If he uses it on himself, then it's too bad, but if he uses it, you have to try again, basically. But if it uses it on us, that means we get to learn it. So come on, Bully Cap. It's a waiting game from here. Just waiting for you to use White Wind on me. White Wind, there we go. See? Now, everyone has learned White Wind, and we can just finish it off. We don't need you anymore.
It's a wrap.
Okay. So that went pretty well. If by any chance Bully Cap used White Wind on himself, it would actually cure him of the confusion. And that's how awesome of a skill White Wind is. So you're gonna have to like kill it and just like try again. But when it uses on you, you get to learn it, and how you see it is you go into abilities, go into Gun Mage, select Blue Bullet, and you can see White Wind. Restore some HP to the party. Now, it's actually a lot more than that. It's a percentage heal, so it heals, when you use it, it heals about 35-40% of your entire party's HP, which is really good. And not only that, it cures all kinds of debuffs on your party. So silence, darkness, confusion, berserk, sleep, everything. Poison. And that's why it's such an awesome skill. And now that we have it, we're actually going to relieve Yuna of her Festivalist, and we're going to start using Gun Mage from now. Yeah. And everyone else can just go back to whatever they were. I think Gun Mage is physical, right? You just need to make sure. No, it's magic. You can tell if a dressphere or a job is a physical or magical attacker by looking at the little symbol next to attack. Now, if it's a blue little arrow, it means it's magical. If it's a blue spark thing, it means it's physical. So in this case, the Gun Mage is a magic user. And the next things we're learning are... Fiend Hunter Scan? We don't need any of that, right? Yeah, so basically Fiend Hunter skills are a specific set of skills you use for a specific set of fiends. For example, Shellcracker does quadruple damage to Helm type enemies, and Silver Bullet does quadruple damage to Lupine species, which are like wolves and other wolves. So yeah, Gun Mage is pretty damn awesome. Okay, so that order of business is taken care of. Let's go back to the airship. We can quickly heal up and save. And now we're actually going to be getting another dressphere for our entire party. And we're going to be getting this from Creature Creator. As I said from the very beginning of this series, I'm not going to be touching Creature Creator too much in our playthrough. This is one of the instances where I am going to be using Creature Creator. Very short, briefly. I'm going to introduce this thing. But we're not really working with it just yet. So, very first thing you see when you get into the thing is, do you want to view a tutorial? I'm going to say no. Go ahead if you want to view it. It says brother has joined you. Yeah, so if you have no creatures in your party, brother will automatically join you. You do not get to control any creatures that join your party. This includes brother. And that's the reason we're not recruiting any creatures to our party right now. We actually want to experience in the game and all its combat system just by itself, you know, without the interference from other creatures. So all this is just nonsense, basically. We don't need to worry about any of this stuff for now. What we're really interested in is Fiend Arena. And what a Fiend Arena is you fight tournaments, and by the end of a tournament, you get a prize. It's simple as that. So, enter tournament. And we only have a standard cup right now. It's an 8-bracket tournament, very standard, 3 fights in a row. Once you win all of them, you get a prize. So let's just enter. This should be relatively easy for where we are right now. Okay, so let's start. The music in here is pretty epic. Anyways, so if you don't want to like watch all these cutscenes, you can just press square to skip, and it'll direct you right to your first battle.
I'm gonna whack you
Where we
good.
fight the Element Trio. Alright, everyone is still here. So Pain is going to switch back to Black Mage, and Yuna is just going to attack. At the end of every battle inside a tournament, you will be healed. There is one exception, but we're not getting to that for a very, very long time. So we don't need to worry about that right now. Just know that at the end of every battle, you're fully healed. Man, I already know that Pain is going to do some work in this battle against these elementals.
Time to teach you a thing or two about
Anyways,
black magic.
Blizzard on the fire guy. And we can try out White Wind, takes 16 MP, and the cast time is actually pretty long. Not a big deal, considering how good it is. Okay, so nothing's down, and White Wind's gonna go through right now. Not that it really matters, since we're fully healed at the end anyways.
That
Yeah.
wasn't much fun.
Pretty easy for the first battle. You get these trap pods, they're used for capturing creatures. Get it if you want, it doesn't matter. So moving on. Okay, we can skip this. Okay, so these are helm type creatures. Too bad we don't have that blue bullet yet, but it's fine.
Smoking's bad for you.
And that's that. The enemies you face in here are pretty much most of the time random, so you may not encounter the same enemies as I do, but at this level, it's absolutely no problem. It doesn't matter which enemies you get paired up with. It will get tougher as you advance, so like the third battle might be a little bit tougher than the first, but seriously, it's no
I'm
threat at
on a
all.
roll.
So now we're fighting some Machina. Yeah, see, a little bit tougher. Now they're doing a bit more damage. Not that it matters because they go down fairly easily. Oh man, that actually did a lot of damage. How dare you hurt me? Nothing dead yet? Come on. Yep. Just keep attacking. And heal as needed.
Smoking's bad for you.
There we go. That guy's down. In Final Fantasy X, whenever you steal from a Machina, it dies. Not in this game though, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Okay, so we're done with that. And that's pretty much all we need to do here. We're gonna get a pretty awesome award for doing that. Not this. We don't care about trap pods. There we go. You scored the Psychic Dressphere. Yay! Let's add that to the list. And Psychic is an awesome Dressphere, by the way. Not only in the design, but also in utility, usability, and all the skills are just so damn epic. And Psychic is a new Dressphere in the international version and this version. So, another thing I might mention here is Battle Simulator. And you will see just a list of enemies that you can fight in here. And these are the default lists on the first page. There are 9 pages of these enemies. So you get this default list at the very beginning no matter what. And as you fight tournaments, you will unlock more enemies. So as you can see here, these 3 enemies that these 3 teams that we just fought in the tournament are unlocked in the Battle Simulator. And you can come back here and just fight them over and over and over. You can use this as a grinding technique and just level up here. Pretty easy. But I'm not going to do that. We got what we wanted, let's get out. Okay, so now that we have the Psychic Dressphere, let's put it onto our garment grid. There it is, Psychic. Right, using telekinesis, teleportation, and other psychic abilities. Awesome. Let's take off Warrior. We're not using that right now. Let me just confirm which type of attack Psychic has. Fairly certain it's magic, but yeah, it's magic. It has some really awesome abilities. Okay, it's magic. Since we don't really need 3 magic users in our party, we're not going to be using Psychic yet, but we're going to be coming back to it very soon. As soon as one of our party members, maxes out on a Dressphere or something like that, or I just feel like switching, then I'll switch maybe Riku, maybe Pain. I'm sticking with Yuna's Gun Mage for a while though, so it depends. We'll get to that when we get there. Anyways, moving on. Our next destination is, we just finished Moonflow, so Gusalam. Let's go.
Gusalam, home of the Guado. You remember, right? But the Guado are no longer here. Some people think they deserved all that happened for what they did to Spira. They have a point, but it seems like such a sad way to look at things.
Yep. This place sure has changed. No more Guado. Just a bunch of goons. And Hypelos, apparently. And pretty much people from all corners of Spira. gathered here. Anyone but Guados. What could have happened to the Guados? Anyways, make your way up here, and we're gonna see a quick little cutscene. This is needed
The far
for
plane.
100% completion.
A place that unites the living with their memory of the dead. I've thought about going in so many times, hoping that I might see you there. But I never have. I think I probably never will.
Yeah, she's really afraid to go into the far plane because, as you know, the far plane is where the spirits of the dead are, and since she believes that Titus is dead, she thinks she might be able to see him in there, and she's terrified by that prospect because, you know, separated for 2 years, lovers once. Meh, I won't get into that. Anyways, moving on down here, we're pretty much done in Gusalam. There's not much else to do in chapter 1. So this way leads out into the Thunder Plains.
Guess what? Riku finally overcame her fear of thunder. Know how? She said she camped out here for a week.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Riku is terrified of the thunder in Final Fantasy X. No more of that. Okay, so there's no more lightning dodging in this game, thank God. But instead, there's going to be some other minigame coming up here later on in the game. Still not a great minigame, but I'd say it's tiers better than lightning dodging, trust me. So that cutscene is all we really needed to witness in the Thunder Plane. Now you could just port out of here and go to the next location, but I'm actually going to fight my way through because, you know, I want to see all the enemies. And that thing just oversold. Let's take a look with Scan.
You could use a bath.
Scan is a Blue Mage exclusive ability. It's kind of like a Libra kind of thing. You get to see their stats and ability. Well, you don't get to see their abilities, but you get to see their immunities and stuff. So for this thing, you see it has 396 HP, which is actually a huge boost from a non-oversold version. Non-oversold only have like 100 HP or so. So press circle when you're done, and yeah, just kill it off.
You could use a bath.
Magic down. So every time an oversold elemental attacks, he actually gets weaker. Exclusive to like oversold elementals though. Don't think it's like that for every single creature. Anyways, so moving along here, there should be some treasure chests along the way. We're going to be picking all of those up, and of course we'll be skipping over battles that we've already seen before. Okay. Wow. This place is exactly the same, except no more lightning.
No problem.
Alright, so new enemy here. It's a dragon type. Back in the day, to just use Auron to kill this thing in one hit. Oh man, I miss Auron. Who doesn't, right? He was like one of the only sensible characters in Final Fantasy X.
So chilled.
Man, Pain is so strong. As I said, Black Mage, overpowered. Whoa, that thing just glitched. There's no level up, but I still leveled up. Anyways. We've seen these things, so yeah. Okay, so in that last battle, Yuna actually learned a move That's Shellcracker. Now we can do quadruple damage with helms. Moving on to anti-aircraft, where we get to do quadruple damage to birds and wasps. So just moving along here, there are 2 maps to the Thunder Plains, and as we keep on going north, we're going to reach Macalania Woods, and that's our next destination. You can just port there instantly if you want, but I'm going to fight my way through. Okay, so we now have an Ochu enemy, which there's actually a blue bullet associated with Ochu, but it's a little bit tough to get at this point of the game, so I mean, if I can get it for Yuna right now, I'll get it. I don't think I will, but I won't get it from other party members for now. We'll come back to it later. Maybe it wasn't even Ochu. That's right, it was Malboro. Sorry, no ability from Ochu, guys. No, I'm getting the 2 confused because they look like the same. Anyways. Moving on, Black Choker. Quickly check out what that is after this battle. Okay, so Black Choker, where is it? Here it is. Guards against confusion. So. And we got another circlet, so might as well equip that to Yuna. We actually had this from a while back. Just forgot to equip it. No biggie. Anyways, so head up here, and for nostalgia's sake, you can visit this place. It's Rin Travel Agency, where our group of friends in Final Fantasy X took a break. And Riku was terrified of lightning. Check out the store. What is there? So lightning gleam and yellow ring. Pretty good, but we don't need any of that, so out of here. There's no publicity to be done in this place, so okay, so let's just touch the save sphere. I actually forgot to do publicity back in Gusalam. We'll do it on our next video since we're running out of time. We just want to head to Macalania Woods right now. The chest here, pick it up. Phoenix down. Okay, so there's plenty of these lightning towers everywhere. Okay, so here we have a new enemy, and I don't know if this actually does. Is he a helm type? No, he's not, but might as well do it anyways. So this guy is actually kind of tough.
This should do the trick.
A lot of HP, a lot of defense.
Ashes to ashes.
Shellcracker, bang, yeah. Learn Sandara, yay. Ow. 300 damage. Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna take advantage of chaining right here. Yeah, so basically when you attack an enemy and you see that like chain times 1 times 2 whatever, it just means that you're attacking him really quickly, and it's actually very advantageous to chain your attacks together, because the first attack in the chain does normal damage, but as soon as you chain a second attack, that second attack will do 50% more damage, and as you get more chains, it will do even more damage. So, okay, that's a helm. And I totally just used it on the wrong one. Anyways, so as I was saying, the more chain you build up, the more damage you will do in that chain. And it's actually pretty awesome. Like later on in the game, if you know how to abuse chaining, you can seriously like do some damage to your enemies. Not only that, chaining 99 attacks together is actually a trophy. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that way later on. It's going to be one of our last trophies in this game. It'll come. So for now, just know that the attack chain number 1, which is the second attack in a chain, does 50% more damage. Or the double damage. It's something like that. Like, it does a lot more damage, just know that. Like, it could be double 50%. I don't quite remember. I don't remember everything about this game. Don't worry though. I try to provide the most accurate information to you guys.
Am I cold?
Okay, so we're basically almost there. You just have to keep on going north from here, and I'm actually gonna, yeah, I'm gonna cut the video right here, and we'll see you guys when we get to Macalania Woods. Okay, so we're back, and we're in the Macalania Woods. We're just heading in there on the loading screen. Good enough.
It's been 2 years since the faith in Macalania Temple disappeared. They say it's affecting not only the lake, but the woods as well.
Alright. So just follow Riku and Pain here, and you'll meet this dude. Remember him? This guy, yeah, along with his 2 other musician buddies, made an appearance in Final Fantasy X.
Woods will soon be no more.
They weren't around for long. His name is Beira, and he plays a harp. Okay, yeah, that was basically it. We're out of time for this part, so got some good work done again in this part of the walkthrough. Pretty good. We'll see you in part 9. Yeah, we'll see you in part 9.